Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agnanatimirandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Darati Swaparantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapatakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrijatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sarvaitam Savadutam Parijanasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bando Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Pancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhupya Evacha Patitanam Pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyvari Pashatari Shatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tibor. Okay, today we start chapter 11, the universal form. And today we read only like 30 minutes because I have to also go back to cooking some things. It's not fully ready yet. So Haribol, okay, let's start. The universal form, text number 1. Arjuna Vacha Mad Anugrahaya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Samjitam Samnitam Yatva Yoktam Vachastena Muhoyam Vigato Mama. Arjuna Uvacha, Arjuna said, Mat Anugrahaya, just to show me favor. Paramam, supreme, Guhyam, confidential, Adhyatma, spiritual, Samgnitam, in the matter of Yat, what? Tvaya, by you, Uktam, said, Vachaha, words, Tena, by that, Mohaha, illusion. Ayam, this Vyagataha, is educated, Mama, my translation. Arjuna said, I have heard your instruction on confidential spiritual matters, which you have so kindly delivered unto me, and my illusion is now dispelled. Purport. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. This chapter reveals Krishna as the cause of all causes. He is even the cause of the Mahavishnu, and from him the material universes emanate. Krishna is not an incarnation. He is the source of all incarnations. That has been completely explained in the last chapter. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he says that his illusion is over. This means that Arjuna no longer thinks of Krishna as a mere human being, as a friend of his, but as the source of everything. Arjuna is very enlightened and is glad that he has a great friend like Krishna. But now he is thinking that although he may accept Krishna as the source of everything, others may not. So in order to establish Krishna's divinity for all, he is requesting Krishna in this chapter to show his universal form. Actually, when one sees the universal form of Krishna, one becomes frightened, like Arjuna. But Krishna is so kind that after showing it, he converts himself again into his original form. Arjuna agrees to what Krishna says several times. Krishna is speaking to him just for his benefit, and Arjuna acknowledged that all this is happening to him by Krishna's grace. He is now convinced that Krishna is the cause of all causes and is present in everyone's heart as the super soul. Text number 2. Bhavapyayau hi bhutanam srutau vishtarasho maya tatvattah kamala patraksha mahatmyam apicha vyayam. Bhava appearance, apyayau disappearance, he is certainly, bhutanam of all living entities, shrutau have heard, vishtarashaha detail, maya by me, tvattaha from you, kamalapatraksha, O lotus-eyed one, mahatmyam glories, api also, cha and avyayam inexhaustible. Translation. O lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity as realized through your inexhaustible glories. Purport. Arjuna addresses Lord Krishna as lotus-eyed. Krishna's eyes appear just like the petals of a lotus flower, out of his joy. For Krishna has assured him in the last verse of the previous chapter that he sustains the entire universe with just a fragment of himself. He is the source of everything in this material manifestation, and Arjuna has heard of this from the Lord in detail. Arjuna further knows that in spite of his being the source of all appearances and disappearances, he is aloof from them. His personality is not lost, although he is all pervading. That is the inconceivable opulence of Krishna which Arjuna admits that he has truly understood. Evam etad yatatta tvam atmanam parameshvara drashtum ichchami te rupam aishvaram purushottama. Evam that etad this yatatta as it is, tvam you, atmanam the soul, parameshvara the supreme lord, drashtum to see, ichchami I wish, te you, rupam form, aishvaram divine, purushottama, or best of personalities, purushottama. Translation. O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see here before me your actual position, I yet wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. Purport. The Lord said that's because he entered into the material universe by his personal representation, the cosmic manifestation has been made possible and is going on. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he is inspired by the statements of Krishna, but in order to convince others in the future who may think that Krishna is an ordinary person, he desires to see him actually in his universal form, to see how he is acting from within the universe, although he is apart from it. Arjuna's asking the Lord's permission is also significant. Since the Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is present within Arjuna himself. Therefore, he knows the desire of Arjuna, and he can understand that Arjuna has no special desire to see him in his universal form, for he is completely satisfied to see him in his personal form of Krishna. But he can understand that also that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to convince others. He did not have any personal desire for confirmation. Krishna also understands that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to set a criterion. How is this pronounced? Criterion. For in the future there would be so many impostors who would pose themselves as incarnations of God. The people therefore should be careful. One who claims to be Krishna should be prepared to show his universal form to confirm his claim to the people. Haribol. Okay, who wants to read the next one? Hare Krishna Prabhu Standat Pranam. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandat Pranam. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Yes, Prabhu.
Sorry, Prabhupada. I am late for
No,
5 minutes.
no problem. I was also late for a half hour, so it's okay.
Okay. May I read, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhu. मन्यसे यदि तच्चक्यं मया दृष्टम् इति परभो योगेश्वर ततो मे त्वं दर्शयात्मानम् अव्ययं मन्यसे. If you think if that Sakyam are able to see Maya by me, Maya Vidrishtam to see iti those Prabhu O Lord, Yogeshwar, Lord of all mystic power, Tatha, then me unto me, Tvam, you, Dar, Darsaya, Darsaya, show Atmanam, yourself, Avyayam, eternal translation. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me the universal self. Purport. It is said that one can neither see, hear, understand, or perceive the Supreme Lord Krishna by the material senses. But if one is engaged in a loving transcendental service to the Lord from the beginning, then one can see the Lord by revelation, revelation. Every living entity is only a spiritual spark. Therefore, it is not possible to see or to understand the Supreme Lord. Arjuna, as a devotee, does not depend on his speculative strength. Rather, he admits his limitations as a living entity and knowledge Krishna's estimate sorry sorry does not depend on his speculative strength. Rather, he admits his limitations as a living entity and acknowledges Krishna's estimable 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 position. Arjuna could understand that for a living entity it is not possible to understand the ultimate unlimited infinite. If the infinite reveals himself, then it is possible to understand the nature of the infinite by the grace of the infinite. The word Yogeshwara is also very significant here because the Lord has inconceivable power. If he likes, he can reveal himself by his grace, although he is unlimited. Therefore, Arjuna pleads for the inconceivable grace of Krishna. He does not give Krishna orders. Krishna is not obliged obligate to reveal himself to anyone else. One surrenders fully in Krishna consciousness and engages in devotion service. Thus, it is not possible for persons who depends on the strength of their mental speculations to see Krishna. May I continue, Prabhu? One more.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Pasya me Partha Rupani So Taha Sahasrasa Nana Vidhani Divyani Nana Varnakartini Cha Varnakartini Cha. Okay. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Pasya, just see mine, Partha, O son of Rupani, forms, Sattasa, hundreds, Atha also, Sahasrasa, thousands, Nana Vidhani, variegated, Div, Divyani, divine, Nana, variegated, Varana, colored Akratini forms. Cha also. Translation. The Blessed Lord said, My dear Arjuna, O son of Partha, behind now my opulences, hundreds of thousands of varied divine forms, multicolored like the sea. Purport. Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in his universal form, which, although a transcendental form, it just manifested for the most cosmic manifestation, and is therefore subject to the temporary time of this material nature. As the material nature is manifested and not manifested, similarly, this universal form of Krishna is manifested and unmanifested. It is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky like Krishna's other forms. As far as the devotee is concerned, he is not eager to see the universal form, but because Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in this way, Krishna reveals this form. This universal form is not possible to be seen by any ordinary man. Krishna must give one the power to see it.
So thank you
Hare
so much.
Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Who wants
Who
to
wants
read
to
next?
go?
Ribol.
And I read Prabhu.
Ribol, yes, Prabhu.
Rajajityam vasunrudran ashvinau malutastata bahuni adrishta purvani pasyacharyani bharata pasyasi Adityan, the 12th son of Aditi, Vasun, the 8th Vasu, Rudran, the 11th form of Rudra, Ashvinau, the 2 Asvin, Malutau, the 49 Malut, demigods of the wind, Tata also Bahuni many, Adrista, that you have not heard or seen, Pulvani before, Pasya there see, Acharya Yani, all the wonderful Balata of the best of the Balatas. Translation of best of Balatas, see here the different manifestation of Adityas, Rudras, and all the demigods. Behold the many things which no one has ever seen or heard before. Purport. Even though Arjuna was a personal friend of Krishna and the most advanced and learned man, it was still not possible for him to know everything about Krishna. Here it is stated that humans have never heard, no, of all these forms and manifestation. Now Krishna reveals these wonderful forms. Can I continue?
Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hihaikashtam jagat krishnam pashyadya sachala chalam manadehe gudakesham ya chanyad darstumichad ichasi. Iha, in this Ikashtam, in one Jagat, the universe, Krishnam completely. Pashya si Adya immediately. Sa with Chala moving, Achalam not moving. Mama, my, Dehe in this body. Gudakesha O Arjuna. Yat that. Cha also, Anyat other. Dalastum to see, Ichasi, you like. Translation. Whatever you wish to see can be seen all at once in this body. This universal form can show you all that you now desire, as well as whatever you may desire in the future. Everything is here completely. Purport. No one can see the entire universe sitting in one place. Even the most advanced scientists cannot see what is going on in other part of universe. Krishna gives him the power to see anything he wants to see, past, present, and future. Thus, by the mercy of Krishna, Arjuna is able to see everything.
Ribol, okay, one more because it was so short.
Yeah, thank you.
Ribol.
Natu mam shakyase drashtum anenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te shakshuhu pashyami yogam meshvaram. Na, never. Tu, but. Mam, me. Shakyase, able. Drashtum, to see. Anena, by this eva certainly, swa chakshusha, with your own eyes, divyam divine, dadami, I give te you chaksu eyes, Vashya see me, my Yogam Eshvalam, inconceivable mystic power. Translation. But you cannot see me with present eyes, therefore I give you divine eyes, by which you can behold my mystic opulence. Purport. A pure devotee does not like to see Krishna in any form except his form with two ends. A devotee must see his universal form by his grace, not with the mind, but with spiritual eyes. To see the universal form of Krishna, Arjuna is told not to change his mind, but his vision. The universal form of Krishna is not very important. That will be clear in the verses. Yet, because Arjuna wanted to see it, the Lord gives him the particular vision required to see that universal form. Devotees who are correctly situated in a transcendental relationship with Krishna are attracted by loving features, not by a godless display of opulences. Sorry. The playmates of Krishna, the friends of Krishna, and the parents of Krishna never wants Krishna to show his opulences. They are so immersed in pure love that they do not even know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In their loving exchange, they forget that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that the boys who play with Krishna are all highly pure, pious souls, and after many births, they are able to play with Krishna. Such boys do not know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They take him as a personal friend. The Supreme Personality, the Supreme Person is considered as the impersonal Brahman by great sages, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the devotees, and as a product of material nature by ordinary men. The fact is that the devotee is not concerned to see the Vishvarupa, the universal form, but Arjuna wanted to see it to substantiate Krishna's statement, so that in the future people could understand that Krishna not only theoretically or philosophically presented himself as the supreme, but actually presented himself as such to Arjuna. Arjuna must confirm this because Arjuna is the beginning of the Palampala system. Those who are actually interested to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and who follow in the footsteps of Arjuna should understand that Krishna not only theoretically presents himself as the Supreme, but actually reveals himself as the Supreme. The Lord gave Arjuna the necessary power to see his universal form because he knew that Arjuna did not particularly want to see it, as we have already explained. Thank you very much. Haribol.
Well, thank you so much, Prabhu. Okay, who wants to read the next one? Varun Prabhu, you want to read? Okay, next two. They're short.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Sanjay Uvacha Evam Uktava Tato Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Hari Darshyamasa Parthaya Paramam Rupam Ashwaram. Sanjay Uvacha Sanjay said, Evam thus Uktava saying, Tataha there, after Rajan, O King, Maha Yogeshwara, the most powerful mystic, Hari, the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna, Durshayana shout Parthaya unto Arjun, Paramam, divine Rupam, universe form, Aishwaram, opulences. Translation. Sanjay said, O king, speaking those, the supreme, the lord of all mystics power, the supreme personality of Godhead displayed his universal form to Arjuna. अनेक अनेक अनेकवक्त्रं नयनम् अनेकबद्धभूतदर्शनम् अनेकदिव्याभरणम् दिव्यानेकद्युतं दिव्यामलमयम्बरधरम् दिव्यागन्धानुलेपनं सर्वश्चर्यामयं देवम् अनन्तं विश्वतोमुखम् अनेक various yuktam vaktam mouth nayanam eyes anena various adhabhuta wonderful darshanam sight aneka many divya divine abharamram ornament divya divine aneka various uddayata uplifted ayudham weapon divya divine malya garlands hambaru dharam covered with the dress divya divine gandhar fragrance and anulepanam smeared Sarva all Acharyamayam wonderful Devam shining Anantam unlimited Vishvatha Mukham all powering. Translation. Arjun saw in that universal form unlimited mouth and unlimited eyes. It was all wondrous. The form was decorated with divine dazzling ornaments and arrayed in many he was garlanded gloriously, and there were many saints smeared over his body. All was magnificent, all expanding, unlimited. This was seen by Arjun. Purport. Though these two verses indicate that there is no limit to the hand, mouse, leg, etc. of the Lord, there is manifestation are distributed throughout the universe and are limited. By the grace of the Lord, Arjun could see them while sitting in the one place. This is due to the inconceivable potency of Krishna. Which
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Bhaja Hari Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Sri Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances.
Prabhu, can you read next one? Hari Bol.
Yes, Prabhu. I come to. दिवि सूर्यशास्त्रस्य भवे भवे भवेद्योग उत्थितः यदि भावसदृशी स्याद् भासा स तस्य महात्मनः. Divi, in the sky, Surya, sun, sasrasya, of many thousand, bhavet, there were yugapat, simultaneous, uttita, present, yadi, if, bha, light, sadrasi, like that, sa, that, syat, maybe, bhasas, effulgence, tasya, there is, Mahatmana, of the great Lord. Translation. If hundreds of thousands of suns rose up at once into the sky, they might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. Purport. What Arjun saw was indescribable, yet Sanjay is trying to give a mental picture of that great revelation to Dhritarashtra. Neither Sanjay nor Dhritarashtra were present, but Sanjay, by the grace of Vyasa, could see whatever happened. Thus, he now compares the situation as far as it can be understood to be to an imaginable phenomenon. Thousand of sun. Example, thousand of sun. तत्रे तत्रे तत्रेकस्थ जगत् तत्रेकस्थं जगत्कृतनां प्रविभक्ताम् अनेकधा अपश्याद देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा तत्र there एक एकस्थम one place जगत universe कृतस्नाम completely pravibhaktam divided in anekda many kind apashyat could see deva devasya of the supreme personality of godhead sarire in the universal form pandava arjuna tad at the time at that time translation at that time arjuna could see in the universal form of the lord the unlimited expansion of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many thousands. Purport. The word tatra there is very significant. It indicates that both Arjuna and Krishna are sitting on the chariot. When Arjuna saw the universal form, other on the battlefield could not see this form because Krishna gave the vision only to Arjuna. Arjuna could see in the body of Krishna many thousands of the universe. As we learn how from the Vedic scriptures, there are many universe and many planets. Some of them are made of earth, some are made of gold, some are made of jewel, some are made, some are very great, some are not so great, etc. Sitting on his chariot, Arjuna could see all these universes, but no one could understand that what understand what was going on between Arjuna and Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Tatah vismayavisto hrishtaro madananjaya pranamya shirasha devam kritanjalir abhasata. Tataha thereafter saha he vishmaya vishtaha being overwhelmed with wonder Rishtaroma with his bodily hair standing on end due to his great ecstasy Dhananjayaha Arjuna pranamya offering obeisances Shirasa with the head Devam to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Kritanjali with folded hands Abhashata began to say translation. Then, bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna began to pray with folded hands, offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord. Once the divine vision is revealed, the relationship between Krishna and Arjuna changes immediately. Before, Krishna and Arjuna had a relationship based on friendship. But here, after the revelation, Arjuna is offering obeisances with great respect, and with folded hands, he is praying to Krishna. He is praising the universal form. Thus, Arjuna's relationship becomes one of wonder rather than friendship. Great devotees see Krishna as the reservoir of all relationships. In the scriptures, there are 12 basic kinds of relationships mentioned, and all of them are present in Krishna. It is said that he is the ocean of all the relationships exchanged between two living entities, between the gods, or between the Supreme Lord and his devotees. It is said that Arjuna was inspired by the relationship of wonder, and in that wonder, although he was by nature very sober, calm, and quiet, he became ecstatic. His hair stood up, and he began to offer his obeisances unto the Supreme Lord with folded hands. He was not, of course, afraid. He was affected by the wonders of the Supreme Lord. The immediate context is wonder. His natural loving friendship was overwhelmed by wonder, and thus he reacted in this way. Arjuna uvacha Pashyami devam stava deva dehe sarvam statha bhuta vishesa sangan Brahmanam misham kamalasanastam rishimscha sarvan uragamscha divyam. Arjunaha uvacha. Arjuna said, Pashyami, I see, Devan, all the demigods, Tava, your, Deva, O Lord, Dehe, in the body, Sarvan, all, that Tata, also, Bhuta, living entities, Vishesha Sangha, Vishesha Sangan, specially assembled, Brahmanam, Lord Brahma, Isham, Lord Shiva, Kamalashanastam, sitting on the lotus flower, Rishin, great sages, Cha also, Sarvan, all, Uragan, serpents, Cha also, Divyan, divine. Translation. Arjuna said, My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled together in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower as well as Lord Shiva and many sages and divine serpents. Purport. Arjuna sees everything in the universe. Therefore, he sees Brahma, who is the first creature in the universe, and the celestial serpent, upon which the Garbhodakasai Vishnu lies in the lower regions of the universe. This snake bed is called Vasuki. There are also other snakes known as Vasuki. Arjuna can see from the Garbhodakasai Vishnu up to the topmost part of the universe on the lotus flower planet where Brahma, the first creature of the universe, resides. That means that from the beginning to the end, everything could be seen by Arjuna sitting in one place on his chariot. This was possible by the grace of the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Okay, Haribo. Now does someone want to read still? One more verse or two. Then we need to go to six Astakam pairs.
Mahe Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, let's read two more.
Aneka. Okay. Screen. Okay, no, we can. Okay. Aneka bahudhara vakta nitram pashyami tvam sarvato rupam mantam na madhyam na pansa pashyami. Okay. Aneka many bahu arms uddhara bellies vaktra mouth netram eyes pasyami I see tvam unto you sarvata from all sides antarham unlimited forms na anantam there is no end na madhyam there is no middle na punha nor again tva your adhim beginning pasyami I see Vishweswara O Lord of the universe Vishwa Rupa in the form of the universe. Translation O Lord of universe, O Lord of the universe, I see in your universal body many forms, bellies, mouth, eyes expanded without limit. There is no end, there is no beginning, and there is no middle to all this. Purport. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and he is unlimited. Thus through him everything could be seen. Next 17. Kirtinam Gandhinam Chakrinam Cha तेजो रसिं सर्वतो दीप्तिमन्तं पश्यामि त्वं दृश्यं समानन्दत् दीप्तनरा दीप्तना अलर्का द्युतिम् अप्रमेयम्. Okay. Kirtinam with helmets, Gandhinam with masses. What brother? Masses with masses.
These maces? It's like a weapon that you hit with, like a blunt weapon.
Okay, bro. Okay. Gandhinam with maces, Chakrinam with discs, Cha and Tejo Rasim effulgence, Sarvata all sides, Deeptimantam glowing, Pasyami I see Tvam you, Drunirisyam difficult to see, Samanthat spreading, Deepta Anala blazing fire, Arakpa sun, Yutim sunshine, Pramiyam immeasurable. Translation: your form adorned. How we have to pronounce the second one, bro? Adorned.
Yes, Prabhu, like
Adorned.
that. Adorned.
Adorned. Your form. Sorry, your form adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, which is fairy and immeasurable like the sun. Very good. Can I continue? We can stop.
Yes, Prabhu. Now we go to the second verse because I need to call Prahlad, Prabhu. So we need to read this quickly. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhavamaha davagni nirvapanam shreyah kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamritasvadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam.
नामनामकारी बहुधा निजस्वर सर्वशक्ति तत्र पिता नियमिता स्मरणे कनकाला एतादृशी तो कृपा भगवान मामापि हृदेव ईदृशम् इह जाननि नानुग्रह.
Pranadapi sunicena tarorapi saisrana amanena manadena
Nadanam najanam
नदनं
nasundarim
न सुन्दरीं कवितं वा जगदीशकामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवतद्भक्तिर्हैतुकी त्वयि. Sorry, Prabhu.
No problem. Ainandatanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam budau kripa tava pada pankaja stita duli sadrisam vichintaya.
Nayanam gadala sur dharaya Vadanam gadgadardaya gira pulake nuchintam vapukada tavanama grahane bhavishyati.
युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रवर्ष्यतां शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दं विरहण मे.
अश्लिष्यव पदलतं पिनष्टुमम् आल्दशनम् अलमहतं खलु तु वा यथा तथा विदततुलं पतो मत्प्लाननतस्तु सैव नापलः.
Vivo. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. The Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to the living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of the names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rule for chanting these names, O my Lord. Out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
One should chant the holy name of the Lord in the humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all senses of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. Only want your causeless devotional service birth after birth.
O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet.
O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with the tears of the love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will when will my voice soak up, and when will the hair of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name?
O Govinda, feeling your separations, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence.
I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Haribol, Sri Siksastakam ki jai.
Jai.
Okay, now we read the 10 offenses to the holy name. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
Second offense, to consider the name of demigod like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu.
Third offense, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master.
Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in Persian to the Vedic version.
Fifth offense, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination.
Sixth offense, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord.
Seventh offense, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name.
Eighth offense, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activity karma kenda.
Ninth offense, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name.
Tenth offense, to not have the complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offensive to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against this offense in order to quickly achieve the desired success, which is Krishna Prema.
Haribol, Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhudevacha Namo Namaha. Panchadatta ki jai, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jai Gaura Premanand. Hari Hari Bol.